Lisa, where would you like me to jump in?
You know, we're really excited to hear about the products. We're especially excited to hear about the weight loss products, just all of, you know, what you've invented, what you do, why Ariix is different than everybody else, and what takes it to that next level versus, you know, so many other competing brands out there. Why would we choose you guys? Like that
Okay.
is, you know, and you did such a brilliant job of explaining it before that I just so wanted everybody to hear it.
Okay, well, geez, thank you for the nice compliment. Well, let me give you just like a quick background. We'll go into kind of why we're a little bit different, and then we'll go through some of the products. Stefan, do you have images of the products as well?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
I just muted
so
myself.
I'm going to, okay, great. So I'm just going to give you, I think it's, hi everybody, first of all, and let me just introduce myself. My name's Deanna, and you guys read my bio, I guess, and, you know, give you just a, kind of like a quick background. I think it's really important to know why I do what I do. I was never in this industry. I didn't get into the business of health because I wanted to, you know, I wasn't in the business of health because I was out to make millions. I was in the business of health because I saw how it personally transformed my own family, how it transformed my own life, my life, and it just naturally moved me to this. After a 17-year career, kind of traveling all over the world, working with people and helping people understand that we have options. That alternative medicine is really a weird thing to call it alternative because it was the original way to heal people in the first place. And we just want to get back to our roots and help people understand that they have options. They have options, and we like to talk about it like first step therapy. What can we do to help people avoid the pitfalls that everybody else falls into? And I had fallen into those pitfalls. I've fallen into them because I was 65 pounds heavier than I am now. I was an 11-year bulimic. I was addicted to pharmaceutical drugs and a narcotic, and I just had a whole host of problems. So I came from that background, you know, and I came from a very traditional Italian family who was on lots of pharmaceutical drugs. If there was a health problem, you'd go take a drug. That's what you would do. It was very normal in our circle of, you know, family and friends. And when I had my own personal health transformation and just realized like the power of the body, especially when you give the body what you need, that the body is designed to be healthy, vibrant, and vital. You know, it's really designed where you should wake up and you feel fabulous every day, but we don't. And why don't we? We don't because we eat foods that lack nutrients. We don't feel good because we're in environments, air, water that are toxic. We don't feel good because we're in relationships that are toxic that create stress. We don't feel good because we put toxic chemicals in our body, which stresses at our immune system. And we can go on and on, a whole host of reasons why it is people wake up and they don't feel good every day. Well, once I had my own personal health transformation, really started diving into why do some people live to the ripe old age of 100 plus and others don't? And what's really interesting about that is, you know, the average centenarian who's 100 years old actually is healthier than the average 70-year-old American. And what makes them different? What are they doing differently to keep their body vital like that? So when I came part of Ariix, right before we opened our doors and we partnered with some really fabulous men who were in network marketing and in our industry and really wanted to make a difference, I saw it as, oh, this is my opportunity to have a much more global effect on people's health and help people understand, you know, that these little things can go a long way. So one thing you will learn about me is when we're at events and things like that, I don't just talk about our products because it's a combination about products and lifestyle. We're a team here. We're a group of people who come together, and I see it like this, you know, as we make money, we're helping people live better. It's like a win-win. And so you'll notice when I speak, even though I'm the Chief Product Officer and I'm the founder here, I always talk about lifestyle all the time. What are the other aspects of our life that is creating health and issues for us and creating problems for us? Because it all works together in a really nice system. So I joined in the company, and honestly, I had no idea how dirty the supplement industry was. So 17 years I've been traveling the world, I've been speaking, I've been, you know, suggesting products and that were on the market and just help people understand that, hey, you need a good vitamin and mineral, you need to bring your blood levels up. Most people are deficient in something here or there. When we, you know, test just random strangers, you'll test 198 of them will be deficient in something because our foods, even the ones who eat organic every day from their farmers, because their foods aren't what they used to be. So when I came into the company, I thought, oh, my goodness, this is an opportunity to make products that will make a real difference in people's health. And boy, did I learn a very hard lesson, that this industry is dirty, that the industry, if I grow a tomato, and you grow a tomato, and I grow the tomato in toxic waste, and you grow a tomato in organic soil and take loving care of it, and we both produce 2 tomatoes, and we dry these tomatoes, and we grind them into a powder, and we call it tomato powder, and we sell it to companies who put it into their supplements, it's called a tomato. So people just call it a tomato. So you get a supplement, it's got tomato on there, you think, oh, you have these visions that it's a beautiful tomato grown in beautiful soil, and when the reality is there's such a wide variety of products and product quality to choose from in the market. So when I came into the industry, I was already really aware that companies were doing things like using ascorbic acid, really, really inexpensive form of vitamin C that's hard on the stomach. The companies were using forms of calcium like calcium carbonate, which doesn't absorb very well and actually can be hard on the arteries and hard on the heart. You know, the companies were using chemical flow agents in the production of their products, because if I make products and I have it in a little tube, I got to keep it together at the right ratio, where companies use chemical flow agents. The most popular is magnesium stearate, you know, which isn't good. It's like a bad. So all these companies were having some products that were like, 65, 75% good, and then they have the rest would be all kind of bad ingredients, and who wants to pay $50 for a bottle of something that's kind of good and kind of bad? Well, it runs rampant in our industry. So when I came on board, I said, okay, we're going to do something revolutionary. We're going to do something completely different. And it's going to take longer. It's going to cost more. It is going to be what it is. We're going to find ingredients that are grown by certain standards. We're only going to buy from them. We're not going to use chemical flow agents. Even though the engineers were like, that's impossible, how are we going to make it work? We figured out how to make it work with rice bran. So we've been innovative, and we work really hard, I mean, day in and day out, to make sure all the raw materials we find are the best we can get our hands on. And that's why we're getting the results and the retention of customers, because people feel the difference on the products. And so I started that journey. We started when we opened our door, and I've learned the hard way how just yucky kind of the industry is, and how much you need somebody on the inside who's kind of holding that gate and really, really drawing the line and keeping it strict. And I'll tell you a story. A lot of things I did not know that I do know now in manufacturing is one day we get these really beautiful specialized mushrooms, and we get them from all over the world, and they're very expensive, and they're just gorgeous, and they have all types of healing properties to them. And we test every raw ingredient that comes into our manufacturing facility. We test them for molds, for heavy metals, and they come in, and this one had mold count, so we can't use it, right? So we have to either send it back and get new stuff, or one of my employees said, oh, we'll just send it over to Stanley Irradiation. And what that is, it's a company that basically does a big, strong microwave on it, kills everything about that mushroom powder, including the mold, and then, hey, we could put it right in the product and give it to you. That is standard practice in the supplement industry. And I looked at my employee and I said, I just want to let you know, I don't even own a microwave. There's no way we're going to do that without a raw ingredient. And he's like, well, that's what everybody does. And I said, well, the one thing you have to understand about what we're going to do is we're going to do things differently than what everybody is doing. And especially when you're looking at companies who are doing big scale. You're looking at companies who are cutting corners, I promise you. And so So we created a protocol. We created a protocol to look for the best ingredients, to never irradiate them, that if they didn't meet spec or the testing was bad, to send them back and get new raw materials. And we created this protocol to give everybody who bought our products the knowingness that they were getting the best raw materials on the market. And here's the interesting thing. If you call a company up, call your favorite products up, and ask them questions like, can you tell me where you buy your L-theanine? Or can you tell me where you buy your grapeseed extract? Or can you tell me where you buy your acai? Or any question. And what they will tell you is, no, that's proprietary information. I've never met a company who gives out that information. If you call me up and you say, Deanna, where do you buy your fish oil from? I say, well, I buy it from a family farm in Canada, and, here's the website. You can take a look. They use anchovies and sardines. It's the best we could find. And it's a new level of transparency, which I believe all companies are going to have to move to. We're just doing it first. And the reason why we do it, and not everybody cares about it, but the reason why we're doing that is because people are becoming more educated. They're learning the difference between things like magnesium oxide and magnesium amino acid chelates. Magnesium oxide is cheap. Why do companies put it in their product? Because it's very inexpensive, and they can sell it for a lot of money. Why do they put things like ascorbic acid instead of ascorbates? Because it's very inexpensive, and they can sell it and make lots of money. You won't see those types of things in our products. You just won't. Hold up our labels to the products you love, and you will see completely different. On vitamin C, you'll see calcium ascorbate, magnesium ascorbate, acerola cherry, next to other companies that say ascorbic acid. Why? Because that's cheap. Ours is a very expensive alternative. It's a buffered vitamin C, does not affect the stomach negatively, and it's a higher quality, better absorption. So across the board on every product, we make those decisions. And then we decide, okay, there's a lot of problems out there. We want to help people live the longest we can. Well, weight loss was near and dear to my heart, obviously, because I was a 11-year bulimic and because I was 65 pounds heavier. And so knowing this, we wanted to get into the weight loss market. We wanted to help people get the body that they wanted. Well, the problem with the weight loss market is that weight loss products on the market today usually only do one thing. They act as an appetite suppressant or as a behavioral modification tool. And what that means is, just take 5 shakes a day or 3 shakes a day, don't eat real food, and you'll lose weight. Well, almost anyone will lose weight because that's a behavioral modification. But the problem is so many of these shakes have ingredients in it that are not good for long-term weight loss. They have vegetable oils, they have fructose, they have, all types of other ingredients that doesn't help the body get into permanent fat loss, healthy state. And so you create this yo-yo system where millions upon millions of people are frustrated because they lose weight on these programs. They get off the programs, and they have created what's called a metabolic syndrome, and their body is out of whack. And so we knew we wanted to create a weight loss system. And we had already had in our Nutrify line really great products. And we wanted to change people's life. And what was the side effect? Fabulous long-term weight loss. That was the goal. And when you look at it like that and you formulate your products, not to just say, oh, I want you to lose 20 pounds in 1 month, but I want you to turn around your health. The side effect be 20 pounds so that it becomes long-term fat loss. You'll lose it and you never find it again. It is a totally different approach to fat loss. So we said, all right, people gain weight because of lots of reasons. Their digestion is messed up, their hormones are out of balance, their bodies are exposed to lots of toxins, they're stressed out, their thyroid is out of whack, you name it. There's a whole host of reasons why people gain weight. So in knowing that, we wanted to create a system that really targeted all those problems so that we would have success on this program globally. And we'd have success in a way that was kind of unprecedented in the weight loss industry. So our first products were the SlenderX and Accelerate. Those are our weight loss drops. SlenderX is actually a pharmaceutical homeopathic. Homeopathic is a form of medicine here in the United States that is extremely safe with no side effects. And homeopathics has been around for, oh gosh, hundreds and hundreds of years. And we put ingredients in this homeopathic that is designed to help you with support your blood sugars, to support your digestion, to help you support your hormones, to help support appetite control, to really answer many of the problems going on with the body on why people gain weight in the first place. And then we partnered it with another product called Accelerate. And Accelerate was designed with Ayurvedic herbs. That's from the Indian culture. That's another thing we do, is we pull in wisdom from all the cultures: Chinese medicine, Indian medicine, homeopathic medicine, Western medicine. And we pull those together so that we can make a variety of products that work really well without the side effects. So our homeopathics partner is Accelerate, which was designed with Ayurvedic herbs to help lower stress levels, because when you bring down stress, it helps balance out your blood sugars and it helps balance out your hormones. And we also noticed that lots of people who are overweight were deficient in B vitamins. So you'll see that there's this really wonderful pair, Slenderx and Accelerate. And when we ran a clinical trial, people lost weight on that product. They did. It helped their body, it helped bring their body into balance, and people saw weight loss and success. When we saw magic happen is when we put it all together with everything else you're seeing on the screen. And let me explain why. We saw, there's a lot of background noise that just happened. I'm not sure who's, just want to make sure that we get that, like Stefan or whoever mutes the other line, because there's a background. So what happened is we saw magic in our clinical trial when we added all the other support. Most people who are overweight are actually at a level clinically starving to death, which means if you do blood work on them, they have very low levels of vitamin and nutrients. I want you to think of your brain like this. Your brain is a general, your cells are the soldiers. If you go eat a meal that lacks nutrients, your brain, your general, is telling the soldiers, we ate food, but we didn't get enough to sustain ourselves. We need these nutrients. We need it to keep ourselves going. So it keeps sending the signal that you're hungry. That's why you can go out and you can eat a fast food meal, which quickly raises your blood sugars, and then another hour and a half, you're hungry again. Why? Because it has almost no nutritional value, and you've messed with your blood sugars. So we knew to have long-term success, we wanted people on our optimals. And our optimals are a combination of vitamins and minerals. And I have a really funny story. I had a friend of mine, and his doctor had convinced him, don't take vitamins and minerals. Most of them are total garbage. Nobody knows how to formulate these things. And this friend of mine lives in San Diego. And he called me the other day. He goes, oh, my gosh, I have to tell you what happened with my doctor and I. I went into my doctor. My doctor says, what am I taking? And the doctor goes, my friend told the doctor, I'm taking these vitamins and minerals that my friend makes. And he goes, oh, well, most vitamins and minerals are total garbage. You shouldn't be taking that kind of stuff. You're wasting your money. Let me see them. And so he goes, okay, I'll bring them next time. So he brings them next time to his next appointment, and the doctor's looking at it, and this doctor likes to believe that he's really good in nutrition, and he pulls out the bottles, and he goes, you see, most companies don't put enough of this, and wow, yeah, that's right there. Well, see, where most companies make a mistake is it doesn't absorb unless you put this in it too. Oh, yeah, well, I see they made that combination there, huh? Okay, yeah, but you know what? Most companies miss really critical antioxidants when it comes, because they all work together. Oh, I see it right there. And so here's this doctor who's telling my friend that they're a complete waste of money. Don't take vitamins and minerals. And when he was done with his appointment, he's like, I don't know where you get these vitamins and minerals, but I'd really like to buy them. And I tell you this because the vitamins and minerals are not just vitamins and minerals. They are a comprehensive blend for your lungs, your skin, your eyes, your bones, your muscles, a comprehensive blend designed to take in the morning and the night. And I'm telling you, everybody on this call should be on it. University of Vancouver proved that our food is not what it used to be. We're seeing 30 to 40% decline, even in organic food, when it comes to nutrients. And if you are deficient in a nutrient, that is way more dangerous than even exposure to radiation, because the body is a complex biochemical machine. And you need all these nutrients to keep your immune system strong. And the optimals itself, people have lost weight just by going on the optimals because they have brought their blood levels of nutrients that help the body and the immune system flourish up so high within 3-4 months that they've lost weight just from being on that. So I tell anyone who's concerned about losing weight, listen, SlenderX and Accelerate, magic. You will lose weight on the product. You really wanna have fabulous fat loss. You want to have long-term change your body for good weight loss. You've got to add these other products, and the Optimals is one of them. If I could just put everybody on the Optimals, if that's one thing they would do, it's a very good choice. Something else that's really critical is, and most people miss this, and this is one of the biggest reasons for rebound fat weight gain, is your fat is like a suitcase. And in that suitcase, what happens is we store toxins. What do I mean? If you get exposed, when you're walking down the street and cars go drive by, we breathe in exhaust. We just do, you know, or we're driving on the roads or windows down. And that exhaust carries all types of different toxins. And those toxins go into your body, they go into your blood. But the body is really quite brilliant, actually. And it works really hard to keep those toxins away from your critical organs. So it likes to store those toxins in your fat. Well, what do you think happens when you lose weight? You open up that fat. It's like you open up that suitcase and those toxins are free-flowing back into the blood. What happens then is the body wants to store them back into fat. And the body can then start to work against you. So that is why we did what I think where everybody else misses. And we created a detox that goes along with this fat loss for anybody who has more than 15 pounds of fat to lose. And we did that because we understand the way the body works. And it's not just about losing fat, it's about cleaning the body and then keeping it off. So we knew if you had more than 15 pounds of fat to take off your body, which is a lot of mass, that you'd be releasing a serious amount of toxins into the bloodstream. So because of that, we created RestoreX. RestoreX is designed to grab those, to grab them in your digestive system, your stomach, and your blood, to grab those toxins. It's really brilliant at its job, and to take it out of the system. And it's something that many people use as a plateau buster. They're stuck. They don't know why. The body's working against them. And so they stay on the detox, and they take it right before they go to bed or first thing in the morning so they can control the pH of their body and so they can deal with all the toxins that are being released into the system. It is probably the best addition to the system, creating a new you. Because when you do this, you get control of blood sugars. Your body starts working in a way it hasn't worked before. You bring up your nutrients levels, and you're losing weight, and you're not hungry, and you're feeling good. It took us a long time to put this system together, where we knew we would see success across the board. We'd see success with thyroid patients who couldn't lose weight. We'd see success with women who've been on yo-yo diets and couldn't do anything anymore because their metabolism was still so messed up. We would see success. And I'm telling you, I travel all over the world. I see success in Russia and in Japan and China and Taiwan, you know, all over the world. Europe, we see success. Why? Because the system answers all the problems. The other three products I'll talk about that are a part of the system, which I believe is the best part of the system, you know, this is the best weight loss system you can go on and really just giving yourself a new body, is a product that we call Rejuvenex. And Rejuvenex really serves as our energy booster. I mean, I've had women that were in our clinical trial who could not get off the couch, went on to Rejuvenex, and were out taking walks every day because they felt better. So many people who have a lot of weight to lose don't have the energy to get up and move. I'm not asking, we don't ask you to do a lot of exercise on here, but we want you to have the energy to move and feel good. And so Rejuvenex became the answer to that. And what was really interesting in our clinical trial, the group that had Rejuvenex plus all this other product had the highest fat loss of any of the groups. It was like their They're kind of their magic potion. They just felt better. And there's some green coffee bean extract, which has some clinicals in it that show that it, strengthens your metabolism. But nonetheless, Rejuvenex is a demonstrable product, probably one of our best-selling products because people feel good on it. And it's a better option than those kind of caffeinated drinks or that other folks use in the mornings or the afternoons to give them the boost that they need. And anytime someone is trying to lose weight, especially if they fall into the obese category, Rejuvenex helps just bring their energy back so they can start functioning. You'll notice as well that there's a product called Omega-2, and there's two of them in this picture. And the reason why is because women, I don't know why God made it hard on us, because not only do we have to have menstrual cycles and have children and go through everything else we have to go through, our bodies are programmed to store fat so that we can be prepared to breastfeed whenever we might need to breastfeed. And because of that, low fat has made America fat. Women go on these low-fat diets and they become overweight, and it actually damages their system. There's very good research now and understanding the benefits of omega-3s in fish oil and how those omega-3s help with your metabolism, with protein synthesis, and help keeping the weight off, especially if you're a woman. You have any hormone issues going on. The omega-Q is like a little secret weapon because you need to give your body these fats. And when you give your body these fats, it's almost like it sends signals so you can start releasing the rest of your fat from your body. And omega-Q is critical for that because it is those healthy fats that help the body. We also made shakes. Shakes are not you don't have to take them on the program. We give you a full list of foods that you can take throughout the entire weight loss program, but we made shakes because low glycemic, gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, no processed sugar, no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, none of that in these shakes. And we created a shake because people like a behavioral modification. They like something quick and easy. So we created the Pure Nourish line, which is a pea protein, digestible, GMO-free protein. It's got digestive enzymes. A lot of people who are overweight has digestive issues as well. They're often carrying 7 to 15 pounds of backed up food stuff in their digestive system. So we wanted to support their digestive system so they could get absorption of nutrients and then help things kind of make sure we keep everything moving along. And Pure Nourish is a really great option for folks. I start every morning with it. My kids have it. I throw the base into pancakes for my children. And the base is the Pure Nourish Natural, which is the protein and the probiotics and the prebiotics and the enzymes. And then we added 2 boosts. Now the boosts are to be added to the base to give you an extra flavor, but they also have functions. The orange, what happens when you try to lose weight is sometimes your skin looks more wrinkly and sometimes you lose your hair and your nails get a little brittle. And that's because you're affecting the chemistry of the body. So the body reacts, and it's usually always temporary, but it reacts. So we created the orange to help with wrinkles and hair and strong nails while you're in a weight loss process. We created the chocolate, so the chocolate would help with protein synthesis and muscle building to keep your muscles strong. And it's a great chocolate, almost no sugar whatsoever, and we're getting great reviews. I start my morning with the base, the chocolate, spinach in a blender, some ice and water, and I'm off to go. And so it's nice as a behavioral modification tool that way. It's not necessary on the weight loss program, but it's a nice addition, food replacement, and a really reasonable cost for somebody to have a breakfast, lunch, or a snack on the product. So that's kind of like the fast-forward version. I could talk an hour on each product. I really could, and what they do for your health and well-being. But I'll tell you what, we're getting results. And not only are we getting results, we're hearing from people that they have forever been changed. Like everything about their body and health is different. That is completely different stories than you hear from folks who just go on weight loss products. Now, trust me, they're thrilled because they've lost 100 pounds or 50 pounds, or even we had a 200-pound loser. I mean, we've had so many people lose over 100 pounds now. And that right there has dramatically changed their life. But even people who have that last 10 pounds or that stubborn 5 pounds who go on the products, their body is changed. Their body chemistry is changed. And they feel so different. And that's because the combination is designed to give the body everything you need to not only have successful weight loss that you never find again, but also to ramp up your immune system, ramp up your body so it's strong to fight off all the issues that other people around us suffer from. Now, I wanted to make sure we have you for an hour, and I'm really sensitive to time, and I don't like to keep people late. So I wanted to make sure that we had a few minutes, like 10, 15 minutes, to ask questions, and also let you know that I'd be completely happy to come back on and we can go through one product at a time, 20-minute webinars or, short webinars just to go through the products as you learn about what the products do, because, Restorex is not only good for fat loss, but it has all these other remarkable benefits as well, especially if you're an athlete. But I do want to take the next 15 minutes and open it up and just see if we have questions or if there's anything that I did not talk about that we should talk about, because I'd be happy to do so.
Okay, well, I have 2 questions that came in today, specifically on the product. And the first one was the drops. There's so many people in the world that take anti-anxiety or antidepressants or mood enhancers or whatever. Would you see a conflict between them taking the drops with any of their current medications? Should they space them out? And most specifically, like antidepressants.
Yeah, now we can't ever tell somebody to get off their medication. That's something that they have to talk with their doctor about. But there are no counterindications with this homeopathic, which means it is safe to take on your medications.
Perfect. And then the second question I had was from a shake junkie who totally loves, she researches shakes all the time, and when I sent her the information on this shake, she said, how is it possible that it has so little sugars in it and it tastes so good? Describe maybe the difference between, like, why whey isolates are maybe a bad idea, and how your shake tastes so good with so little sugars.
Well, I love her. I have to tell you, it took me over a year. It was, everybody around me was pulling out their hair. They're like, when are you going to finish these steaks? I'm like, this doesn't taste good yet. It really doesn't. It tastes awful, kind of like dirt. And so I have the best formulator. This guy is organic and GMO free. He lives the life. Like, if you come into my house, you could open my refrigerator, we'd be good to go. I got nothing to hide. You open up my pantry, you're like, wow, you really live the life. Well, my formulator that I work with on the shakes is that way. You know why it tastes good? Because he uses organic vanilla. Because he uses, organic peel of oranges. Because he uses a special stevia that's processed in a way so it doesn't have quite that bitter aftertaste. And it doesn't have the sugars because we use the stevia, and stevia doesn't have sugars. And it doesn't have that bitter stevia taste because we get our stevia from Australia, and this guy figured out how to get rid of that licorice taste through this process he does, and it's really clean and great. So I love that she said that, because nobody asks questions like that. Only a shake junkie would, and it took me forever to get it to taste good. Forever. They literally tasted like dirt for a very long time. And we just kept tweaking and tweaking and tweaking and tweaking, using just really beautiful, natural, dehydrated flavors and stevia. And we got it where it is. So I love that she said that.
That's wonderful, because she really, truly, she shut down numerous other things, and when she got this, she just kept saying, this has to be a mistake. There's no way all this good stuff is in here, and it tastes this good. So
it is totally not a mistake. I got gray hairs from that project, just so you know. There is no mistake with that whatsoever, and I've been standing right over it as we make it, so I can vouch that there is no mistakes whatsoever.
Perfect. And that's all that I had.
Well, you mentioned something about whey isolate. I will say something. I'm not against whey protein, but the whey protein has to be from grass-fed, which most people do not have. Whey protein isolate, a lot of the time, people can experience upset stomach cramps or digestive discomfort. They can even, get headaches from it, And so, and if you're lactose intolerant or have a milk allergy, it can make you feel a little ill in that way. So I'm not a fan of whey protein isolate, and a lot of the whey protein isolate as well contains trace amounts of things like heavy metals, lead, cadmium, arsenic, mercury, and so if anyone on the call wanted to have a whey protein, that's fine. They just need to make sure that they're having a grass-fed whey protein. Otherwise, when you find them in other shakes, they're using whey protein isolates because it's a very cheap ingredient.
There are other questions from
I'm just reading
webinar.
questions. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay, great.
Is it good, Lisa? Did you have something else you wanted to say before I jump?
No,
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. I have Gilbert who says, I've heard that some vitamins should not be taken together. Which supplements should we take separately if this is so?
Yeah, that is true. Some cancel each other out and they don't absorb well. When we formulated the optimals, we kept that in mind. We knew that that's the problem. The optimals are based off of, a stack, a 3-foot stack of research that shows that all these things are needed to be absorbed properly. All of our products are designed to be taken in unison, which means Omega-Q, your optimals, your rejuvenatics can all be taken at the same time, preferably with food, because food has all these other phytonutrients that help with absorption and gives you even higher amounts of those nutrients. The one product we have that could potentially create a conflict with medication or other products is Restorix, our detox. So I always suggest that the best way for people to take Restorix is either right before bed, or first thing in the morning, right before they even jump in the shower, they take their Restorix. Other than that, they were formulated and designed to work together to create most powerful absorption. And it is true that some counteract and balance each other, and you don't get absorption of anything, but you won't find that problem in our products because they were designed to all work together.
Very good. Another question is, the person says, curious why the sweetener that is used in the Beauty Boost was chosen when it may cause gas or indigestion.
Okay, so she's talking about in the orange flavor?
Yeah, the Beauty Boost, yes.
Yeah, so, I'm sorry, what ingredient is she referring to on that?
I'm just waiting for a reply back. Okay, there's no reply back yet, but let's move to another question and they may answer back. Linus is asking if a person has a thyroid condition, do the drops have any side effect or negative effects?
No, we've had a lot of people with thyroid issues who have seen success on the weight loss. Thyroid patients have a very difficult time losing weight. And the thyroid patients are the slowest weight loss losers out of everybody in our group, and especially on our clinical, but we have still seen success. Sometimes they take a little extra tweaking when it comes to the dietary reasons, but we have some, extra material on that if you need it, which we can help with you. They can write into customer service and get a few other things, but no, it doesn't counteract with any of their medications. It does not harm. You have to remember, homeopathics are designed to support the body. So even if you're hyper or hypothyroid issues, it is designed to help support the body. So where traditional medicine goes in and tries to fix or counteract the body or act as the body should be acting, homeopathics go in and try to essentially massage those body parts and make them work properly.
Very good.
So I'm wondering what she's she must be referring to erythritol. Is she referring to erythritol?
Yes, that's Stuart. He just wrote that right now.
Okay. Yeah, so we use very little erythritol, and we're just, even when we tested it, it didn't have any gassy side effects. So we haven't, it's been out for quite a while yet, and we use so little. You know, it's absorbed before it, we chose it because it's absorbed before it enters the large intestine, and it's not like xylitol or maltitol, which is a sugar alcohol that can cause like type of stomach rumbling. Erythritol really just doesn't do that, and we use so little, we just don't see any type of stomach distress.
He says, thank you very much. All right. The question is, can we use Restorix in Pure Nourish shake?
We can. I don't, and the only time I tell people to do that, okay, remember, Restorix is a negative ion, which means it attaches to positive ions. Positive ions is your lead, your mercury, your arsenic. So it doesn't take good vitamins out of the product. However, it works best when taken alone. I always want people to get the most out of their products. So you want to get the best use out of Restorix, take it alone. If you can't stand the taste, put it in your shake, and then it's fine. Especially if it's, you know, if it's a kid. You know, but just so if you can't take it alone because somehow you don't like the green taste, then put it in your shake. But it won't be as effective. You know, it's not going to have a huge drop, but if you want to make the most of your product, take it by itself.
Okay. Another question is, so it even works with people on thyroid medication because their thyroid was removed? Question mark. So.
Yeah, it is. They are the hardest group. Now, that is by far the hardest weight loss group, where the average person on the clinical trial, or you know, the average person on our products will lose anywhere from, I mean, what is it, Stefan? What are we at? 10 to 12 pounds a month, some up to 15, you know, and so the risk ranges between 12 and 15 pounds a month. Your thyroid patients, were seeing about half of that. So yes, we have seen success even with folks who have lost their thyroid. And with those folks, I give them extra fats in the form of coconut oil and other ingredients to help them with their body and try to support the body the best we can.
Great. And this other person says, I have a friend who has hypothyroid, so what of our products should I suggest?
Yeah, I can't answer that question like that because what that does is me giving medical advice for a disease claim. Know this, all the products, Optimals are great for anybody. They help bring the body back in balance, so it's really good for everybody involved. Your good fats are good for anybody. Restorix, anytime the body is out of balance and it's not functioning right, it's acting up, it's always good to do a detox. But I can't specifically say, oh, these products are for diabetes or this is for thyroid, because that's me giving you medical advice and we'd all get in trouble, get shut down for that.
All right. Last question I see here, unless someone posts after this, but is it okay to add lemon to the Restorix?
Oh, and not only okay, it's recommended. The best way to take it is fresh lemon juice, a little bit of water, Restorix, shake it up, and just drink it. The best way. You can even add a drop of stevia. If you wanted to taste like kind of like a little bit of a lemonade, you can fresh squeeze lemon juice, water, ice, a few drops of stevia, and you can fill a big bottle of it and drink it. And that's how Mark Wilson does it. He can't stand the taste, and he figured out how to make it into like a mojito tasting thing. And he did it with stevia. It tastes really fantastic. Even Fred Cooper, who's our CEO, who can't stand the taste of Restorix, will drink it that way and with no problems. I've seen kids go for it that way as well. So lemon is great. It helps with your pH. It helps with digestion. It's a really good addition to Restorix.
How does MOA help with weight loss?
We do not claim that MOA helps with weight loss. But anytime you bring your body into balance, anytime you flood the body with nutrients, you're going to see benefits of fat loss. It's just the way the body works.
All right. Leo asks, how often should we take Restorix?
Well, Restorix was designed to be able to take every day, especially depending where you live. If you live in LA, I take it every day. If you live high stress and you're on the freeway every day, I take it every day. You live in Beijing, I take it twice a day. You know, but it was designed to be taken every day to protect us from environmental influences. But if you live in a pretty clean area, you're in the mountains, things like that, you can do 3 months on, 3 months off, 3 months on, 3 months off.
All right. Marianne asks, how long do you recommend you stay on the product? And then right after that, she mentions Restorix. So maybe address the other products and...
Yeah, well, the products, optimals are designed for life. I mean, I just never see a time when you should be on them. On the weight loss, it depends how much fat you have to lose. If you have 200 pounds, you'll probably be on it for a year, you know, or a little longer. If you have, you know, it really just depends. I mean, it's not harmful if you stay on them forever. They're really designed to be taken every day.
Awesome. I think we covered them all. Had lots of great questions. Thank you for all of this.
You know what? You're so very welcome, and let's do another one soon where we can answer other questions and go through more specifics, because there's so many details that I'd like to share on just Vanoli, for example. You know, and for those people who want to know what makes them great, I'd be happy to share. I will give you all this promise. You came into my house, you would see I lived the life. I did 17 years teaching people how to live healthy. I carry that same integrity, that same line of thinking into RX. And our products are expensive. They're hard to find our raw materials. So we pre-buy raw materials several years in advance, so we have them. You know, because I only want this type, and we have products, and they've been on the market for 3 years, and they're making a real difference in people's health and well-being. And I'm proud to say that we're doing it, and people are seeing a difference, and that's what I care about. And the great side effect is there are lots of people who do the business, and they make money at it too. So I thank you for having me on, you guys.
Thank you so much. Lisa, did you want to jump in? Is there any final words you would like to say? Is there anything else we need to cover?
You know, you guys did amazing, Deanna. I was so totally engaged by everything you had to say. Again, you just hit it home for me every single time I hear you speak. You just are amazing. I can't thank you enough. And you know, when you're talking about, my dogs are going crazy. When you're talking about, you know, the cost, really, truly, I think most people are searching for something, and they seem to fill their life up with, like, material possessions, things that maybe bring them a moment of happiness. But I can guarantee you, if you change the way you live and you get your health in order and you don't have migraines and you sleep better and you have more energy to play with your kids, even if it's just out in the park for free, going for a walk, whatever it is, you will find more value to your life than any material thing that you think you need at this moment. And so for me,
for sure,
you know, as a mom of 8, you know, we're busy, our finances are stretched to the wire. I will find a way to make this work into my budget, because I am a better mom, I'm a better wife, I am a better business owner when I'm healthy. And so that's what I would leave everybody with, and I know that all of my friends that have tried it have the same exact benefits. They all feel the same way. We see the value in living a good, clean life, and it doesn't have to be a material possession to bring you happiness. So that is all that I would say to end the call. Stefan, did you have anything else, or Deanna?
No, I just think, you know what, you said it perfectly. It's a great way to end the call. It's expensive to be sick. So just stay healthy.
It is. All right. Happy Monday, guys. Thank you guys for getting on. I so appreciate it. Thanks, Stefan. Thanks, Marilee. Thanks, Deanna.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, Deanna.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Lisa. Bye-bye.